Hello, aviation enthusiast. It's Natalie Flygirl Kelly, and today I'm going to talk to you about what to do when you lose motivation. Yes, we all lose motivation when we're training. Before I get into that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my website, flygirlllc.com. And please follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, Flygirl Kelly. Today, I'm going to talk about when you're training and you lose motivation. It happens to everyone. Flight training is difficult. It is a challenge, and it is like mind-blowing. I'm gonna say most people that pursue aviation are pretty determined and hardcore. Once they set their mind to something, then they are like 100% all in, super focused, tunnel vision, and everything else just kind of falls to the wayside because you are so super focused. If you've been training, I've been training for 2 years. I have my private pilot's license. I am getting ready to take my instrument exam, and I've got like 2 stacks of these. I feel like every moment that I am not flying, I have to be studying something, and that leads to burnout. So what happens when you experience this, when you're just like, oh my God, I just want to like watch Netflix for like all weekend like all my friends do. I'm just tired of this. First thing you need to do is let your instructor know. Most instructors are kind of trained to deal with this, what they call plateau, the student plateaus, where you're just sick of feeding yourself information and going over and over and over the information, and you just get like tired of this repetitive stuff, which for me is very hard because I feel really guilty when I step away from any kind of training materials and think about something else for a little while. Now, if you're doing that for weeks and weeks and weeks or months and months, you do plateau and you get kind of burned out. So what I would recommend is take a break from maybe the note cards or the things that you've been using to study and try to use something else to reinforce some of the things that you've been learning. Aviation magazines are great. They're really great because they kind of mix up things. You can learn like mechanical things about planes. You can read a story about someone's cross-country flight. That can be very entertaining. So you're still kind of feeding yourself some aviation information, but you're just not grilling yourself with the same repetitive note cards over and over again. Another thing you can do is watch aviation movies or aviation TV shows. You know, there's all kinds of shows like on history, and there's other things like that. There's books you can read. Just a book about, a story about, the first heroes. It's all about Jimmy Doolittle and the Tokyo raid. That's about aviation. It's a story. It can be very motivating when you read these stories about real world pilots and their stories, and you just get like this pride, like, yes, I am an aviator like them. There are several books that kind of go around aviation in a roundabout way, but you can still reinforce some of the things you're learning and keep yourself in aviation by using like TV shows, movies, books, magazines. And you will learn little tidbits from those things. It may not be, what your airplane's payload is, but it will be something that can reinforce what you're learning or why you are doing this, why you are learning it. And that can get you kind of re-motivated in a different way. If you have a book that you really like that is about aviation, please let me know. Another thing you can do is just give yourself a day off when you're not doing a lesson. Force yourself to take a day off. If you have to give your books and your study things to your spouse or significant other to lock away and keep you away, or if you have to have them, please remove me from this house, take me somewhere so that I do not study, then do that. So I suggest those tips if you are losing motivation. And there's lots of other things that you can do to help you kind of stay in aviation but not wear you out and let your brain take a little bit of a break. That is my little tip. If you have some tips, please leave a message in the comments or direct message me. That would be great. I'd love to hear from you. Visit my website, flygirlllc.com. You can leave a message there as well, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be making a video every week. I will keep it short and concise because I know we are busy studying. And I just thank you for watching, and please feel free to leave any suggestions and subscribe. Thanks.